So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to do is show you how to negotiate on a used car in the summer of 2023.
Anytime in 2023. You are Ray. You are the customer.
I am indeed.
I am Zach. I am the salesperson. We're going to be working, what was it, let me double check.
You got the sheet, 2019.
2019 Honda Odyssey. Okay, we're going to be working a 2019 Honda Odyssey. We're going to jump in. We just got back from the test drive. You want to buy the thing.
There's a possibility. The possibility exists that I might actually want to buy this vehicle.
But we're going to negotiate. This is a role play of how to negotiate.
Yes,
Ready?
absolutely.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, Ray, I am so glad you liked the Odyssey. Here's the deal. I can get your pricing. You want to go home in the car today? We should make it happen. You seem like you really enjoyed the thing.
It was nice, depending on the numbers. I could possibly close the deal today, but it depends on the numbers. I need to see the out-the-door numbers on the vehicle.
Out the door. Okay, you want to see the out-the-door numbers.
Yes.
You saw the price advertised online, and I think you told me your budget, you wanted your monthly payment to be what?
Don't worry about my monthly payment. What I'm interested in seeing is what the bottom line price would be with all taxes and fees.
So you just want to see the...
You
must have a budget.
I know what I can afford monthly. I've already done all that research, and I've made certain to only look at vehicles that will fall into what I can afford on a monthly basis. So let's not concern ourselves with that right now. What I am concerned with, Zach, is the out-the-door number, the bottom line number, as if I actually had a check, which I don't. But if I did, if I actually had a check that I could write for the total amount to.
All right, let me go ask my manager. We'll get you a write-up. And while we're doing that, think about your budget, though, because you're probably going to...
I thought about my budget. That's why I'm looking at this vehicle. If the numbers are right,
all right,
then it'll fit into what I have budgeted.
I'll go.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right, Pops, CarEdge.com/report. Why am I going there?
Because this is the tool that truly levels the playing field between you and the dealer. It almost puts you in total control.
All right, Ray, my manager, Kenny.
Yeah.
Great guy. A little older, but he's a great guy. My manager, Kenny, wrote me up a great deal. I can't believe we're doing this. I can't.
Great.
I mean, I'll a huge discount because I want you to go home in the Odyssey today. You know that this is one of the only ones in the area. It's great. We inspected it. It's in good condition. I just can't believe the discount that my manager, Kenny, gave you. We've got you at a $2,600 discount off of the market value selling price.
Yes.
We're already the most competitive in the area within a couple hundred miles. But my manager, he went above and beyond because I told him Ray wants this thing. I really went up to bat for you. $2,600 discount. Yes. Now there are a few things we put on every vehicle. So for example, we've got our GPS system. So that's on there and that's really non-negotiable. That's part of the vehicle. And then we do have to get the vehicle ready. So you took that test drive, you loved the test drive and it rode so well because we did some reconditioning is what we call it in the industry. Everything else that you see on this worksheet, right? That's just stuff mandatory. We can't negotiate on that. That's just, it is what it is. And honestly, Kenny told me, he said, this is the bottom line price today. I actually, if you don't mind, let me. Could you just initial down here if you want to?
Let's go over the numbers first. The price on the internet was $35,000. And you're discounting that $2,634.
I went to bat for you.
So I could buy the vehicle for $32,366.
Absolutely.
But then there's $1,295 for Guide Point GPS. Is that like some type of navigation system?
It's a security system. Lots of Hyundai Kias are getting stolen left and right. Insurance carriers won't
it begins with an H, but it's a Honda. It's not a Hyundai.
We put it on every car.
And reconditioning for $1,495.
Yeah, you love
in essence, really, the selling price was $13,000 and $15,000 and $28,000. So the real selling price was $37,800. In essence, if these items have to go on every car.
My hands are tied.
Not yet. They should be. You should probably be handcuffed to something because, I don't know, that almost sounds like bait and switch in a crime.
No.
But what do I know? It might not be so here where we are today. So the $35,000 car that you got me the $2,600 discount on is suddenly back to $35,156. The dock fee is $150. Aftermarket's $199. What's the aftermarket?
It's, we put on a few accessories on the vehicle to make
Okay,
sure that it
what?
rides. Well, but my used car manager puts them on every vehicle. I can get you
it's just $200, and I can see that I could spend a lot of time trying to figure out what that $200 is going for, but you're not going to be able to share that with me. So the true bottom line number, the out the door number, is $37,912.48.
But I want to remind you.
On a car that you discounted $2,634, that you then upcharged $2,800 to compensate for that $2,600.
What do I have to do to earn your business?
Can I share something with you?
Yeah.
Because you were kind enough to share this with me.
Absolutely.
So I am a member of an organization called CarEdge. And at CarEdge, they provide you with tools and tips on how to buy cars. And they also provide you with, reports that show what comparable vehicles in the area are going for. So I just on the front page, the first page of the report, I highlighted 3 vehicles that would be very comparable to the vehicles you're selling, because yours is a 2019 Honda Odyssey EXL with 40,000 miles on it that you're charging $35,000 for. I'm not forgetting the discount, but I'm also not forgetting the other $2,800 you're adding. So here's one at Beck and Maston Buick.
Yeah, we know them.
Okay. It has 6,000 more miles on it. It's $30,784. Now, assuming that they're just like you and they're going to add $1,500 for reconditioning, that would still be well below the $35,000 that you're starting at. CarMax has one.
Yeah.
$41,520. And they're selling it for $31,998. Now, we know at CarMax it's non-negotiable. That's really the price, okay? And we also know at CarMax, from the research that I've done, that they are more overpriced on their vehicles than most dealers are.
That's true.
Okay, so they're $3,000 below yours, and there's no nonsense that's going to get added on to that, like the reconditioning and the GPS. And then finally, there's one with 10,000 less miles on it at Eamon's Autoplex for $33,999. That's $1,000 less than the car you're trying to sell me, and it's got 10,000 less miles on it. So, having looked at this, having shared this with you, can you see why I would be just, a tad bit concerned at the pricing that we're talking about and the really fake discount when you charge me another $2,800 for stuff that I didn't even ask for, and reconditioning. If I may, reconditioning should already be figured in to your asking price, because that's part and parcel of the car. Why isn't it in there to begin with? Why is it a separate line? It should not be. Can you prove to me that you spent $1,495 in reconditioning?
If you look at this box, though, I have you under $700 a month.
I'm not concerned with, and we're still.
He is so good at this.
Yeah.
Just break and see for a second. You are so good at this.
What do you mean?
No, everyone needs
focused
to
on
take
what I need to do.
Everyone needs to take freaking notes of this, Dad. You are so good. You didn't let me get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
And you hit me with fact after fact after fact.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump to what would you do if you did want to make an offer on this one? What would you hit me with?
Well, I would suggest, based on what we're seeing, and
Make me an offer, right?
I would, and based on what CarMax's selling price is, and we know their prices are higher than anywhere else. So I would suggest on your comparable vehicle with 40,000 miles compared to theirs with 41,000, that we need to have a selling price without the GPS and without the reconditioning, a true selling price. I don't know, say $29,000 plus fees, and then the fees you get to charge are the sales tax and the dock fee. The aftermarket, which you can't even tell me what it is, that's got to go away. So $29,000 plus sales tax, title registration, and doc fee. I'm guessing that's going to put us somewhere around 31.9-ish. So, yeah, if you can get me there on an out-the-door number, then I think we might be able to make a deal.
All right, boom. We'll end it right there. That is so good. So good. Everything was fact-based. Your proposal for what your counteroffer is based in fact just as well. You know, one of the things that we didn't touch on in this video, but we should at least make mention of. Yeah. Two things. Yeah. One, you would get a pre-purchase inspection on this vehicle.
Oh, absolutely.
So that offer is contingent on a clean pre-purchase inspection.
Yes.
You'd be driving this thing to the local Honda dealer to have them do an inspection.
And it's also contingent upon me as a customer knowing what my real budget is. That if I have a payment in mind, I know what the price of the vehicles are that I can be looking at so that I know they'll fall within that payment range.
On CarEdge, which I appreciate you repping our company in the video, on CarEdge, when you're looking on vehicle detail pages, so when you search for a car and you click on one, there's a monthly payment calculator on the page, and it pulls into out the door price. So yes, use that. Know before you go if you're in range. The other thing, Dad, we didn't even mention it. The stock number ends in an A here.
Yeah, so it was a trade.
This is a trade.
Yeah.
They got a lot of profit built into this price right here.
Well, I'm pretty sure they do.
Got a lot of profit
but you know, they're a dealer.
They're entitled. They're entitled.
To have, but
they're entitled to the profit. You're empowered with the facts. That's a hell of a negotiation.
Well, that's how it should work. And also, you should be pre-approved for a car loan prior to ever going into the dealership, so that you know what your rate should be, you know what your payment range will be, because you've done all that work and you got pre-approved through either your credit union or your local bank.